The Houston Rockets finished the season with a record of 41-41. Was the season a success?
Yeet.
Or a failure? No
yeet.
Let's talk about it. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Summit State of Mind, presented to you by the Apollo Podcast Network and powered by Celebrity Mint. In this episode, we're going to discuss our 41-41 Houston Rockets to end the season. We're going to talk about our reactions as well to end the season and our overall season grades for the team. Yeah, that's right. I totally snuck that up on y'all.
I wasn't ready for it.
If you guys look around, obviously in each of our boxes, we are currently in a new location. That's right, new studio. And of course, I'm in the new studio. Oh, DJ's looking out the window at the new studio.
It's a great view.
Of course, if I'm in the new studio, I gotta bring the big three back together. I gotta bring my super team.
Super team.
My super squad.
We in this.
My super squad right here. I got the GM, obviously, Justin, to my, I have you boxed properly. To my right, and then to my far right, got the big dog.
I'm back.
DJ up in the house.
I'm back.
That's right. So, boys, first of all, it's been a minute since we've gotten in studio.
Yep.
Let's just do a quick check-in. How my boys doing? How we feeling? 41-41.
I'll take 41-41.
Yeah, man. I mean, we all want to play in, but hey, it is what it is. I think successful.
I predicted 36 wins.
Yeah.
41-41.
What did you have, DJ? What did you have?
I
to
had
predict
like
that?
maybe 33-35. I thought this was going to be like maybe I didn't think the 11th seed was going to have 40-plus wins. That's the thing. Like,
oh, man, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about that. 100%. 41-41, the Houston Rockets did end the season with the 11th seed just out of play-in. And obviously, in my opinion, I think we would have or could have or should have given the Sacramento Kings a better run for their money. It couldn't go away with the way that Golden State did, obviously, by getting eliminated.
That game pissed me off.
Right out of the gate. They got blown out,
Clay
right?
went out bad.
But as soon as Klay Thompson touchdown in Houston, he want to go prime game 6 Klay.
I still don't understand.
That's why the Rockets should sign.
I still don't. Bottom line, this is not. By no means is the Warrior podcast, but of course, we're going to pour one out. Psych, not really. We're not going to pour one out to the end of the Warriors.
We'll take a shot to that.
We'll take a celebratory shot to that.
Take a shot right now.
Boys,
this ain't alcohol.
Hey, stay hydrated, my friend. Let's discuss our 41-41 Rockets. By the last time we had gotten together, I think we were literally in the middle, like late February. I think because we had closed the old studio back in March. Right. So we were kind of like in the thick of the season, probably 50-plus games in. We're 41-41 to ultimately end the season. Ended it on a pretty high note, considering our March record was incredible.
Yeah.
Was it an 11-game win streak or was it 12?
11-game
win streak. DJ, over to you first. Overall thoughts on the end of the season for the Houston Rockets, ending at 41-41. Like, how do you feel overall about that?
I'm confident in the future. Obviously, Jalen Green went on that great, fantastic stretch in March. But my thing is with Jalen, like, can you do that outside of March / maybe April? Because we all can agree that Jalen wasn't playing up to his standards through October through February. And then I guess towards the end of February, March, the switch flipped on. Şengün goes down. Okay, he realized, I got to be that guy. I need to turn the hell up. That's just my only thing. Otherwise, man, successful season. You go from 22 wins to 41 wins,
plus 19.
Yeah, man. And then I think I don't want to use this but as the 11th seed, this is the most wins as an 11th seed in NBA history, man.
Ever.
That's a little more victory that you can take for sure.
I think I would say I was right about not making a play-in because we didn't make any moves at the trade deadline. I was like, I don't see this team making a play-in. Now, did they give me hope? Yes. I'm not about to sit here and say, they didn't give me hope at all. We went on an 11-game win streak.
They got within a half game of Golden State.
They were right there. Yeah.
Half game.
But then the losses started piling up after Dallas, and it happens. It happens, man. We're a young team. We're not experienced enough, and that's fine. That's fine. Otherwise, season is a W, 41-41, 500 team. Especially coming back after 3 years of being doo-doo water. I'll take the season. Man.
No, first of all, the dirtiest of doo-doo water whatsoever.
Yes, absolutely.
GM, over to you right now. 41-41, obviously, to end the season. Same question over to you. what's your thought process as the season kind of closed? We, like I said, 11-game win streak, had a bit of a losing streak. I think we might have lost like five very crucial games, all against playoff contenders. And I always said that if this team was going to make it, this was going to be the telling sign. Those last like set of games against playoff contenders, because they were all firmly in. They were all firmly in the playoffs. So playoffs are play in. But overall, what were your thoughts kind of to end the season?
I mean, the season may have ended as a downer, but the fact that we were able to finish at 500 is a testament to this team and the type of fight that they have. It wasn't ideal for what we all wanted. I mean, we all wanted play-in naturally, but at 41 wins, it should have been a play-in team in any other year. Yeah. The Rockets would get 41 wins in a year in which the West is like a death trap, where everybody is just so good and there's so much depth in that conference. But to be plus 19 from last year to this year is such a huge jump. It's nearly unprecedented. Not many people see that when it comes from team to team. I truly believe that this team could potentially win 50 wins next year with a healthy Tari Eason, Jalen Green making the move, and Alp coming back and making his jump as well, that this team just has nowhere to go but up. So next year, this team is going to finish that story, baby.
Notice you made DJ jump when he said, DJ's like, whoa. DJ, wait, can I have the saying real quick? Man, I'm going to steal your saying. Can we plus 19, by the way, from 22 to 41 wins. Can we slap some Ime on it?
Motherfucking Ime.
Oh, hell yeah.
Slap some Ime on it. 41 and 41.
Hey, I like it. I like that, man. You don't get that a lot, man. That doesn't happen in NBA history.
No.
Well, I mean, going from 28th or 29th in transition defense to number one is exactly what Ime Udoka was brought here for, was to bring these defensive principles. And we all celebrated his hiring and the fact that it kind of shifted
the culture.
The whole season is exactly that. We're just so happy to have that band here. So
it's all about the culture and what the team provides, and Ime provided that culture. You got the Houston Rockets with culture with Ime. You got the Houston Texans with culture with DeMeco Ryans. You got the Houston Dynamo with culture with Ben Olsen. You have the Houston Astros.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Shout outs to Beyond the Diamond. Great podcast. Be sure to give them a listen. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do my victory lap.
Shout out. Make sure to purchase the back of the baseball card tee on ApolloHOU.store.
Love the Astros.
Grab them.
Yeah. Big Astro. Big Astro guy over here.
Damn, man. Get this shit together. Okay, this is not an Astro.
We're not going to go into
It's okay to have an opinion, but we're not going to dive in.
If you really want to have a deep dive into the opinions, listen to Beyond the Diamond. Boys, let's dive a little further into play-in territory. So the play-in started in the 2021 season. Or wait, no, it started in the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble. Yeah.
Okay, so the bubble was the first year, right? So let's go back. You said that this was the greatest 11 seed in NBA history, win-wise, right? At 41 and 41.
Win-wise.
I'm going to throw some stats at y'all that's going to make y'all super depressed, as well as the fans that are listening.
Oh, shit.
I ain't ready for it.
If the Rockets... Okay, so let's rewind it back. In the 2022-2023 season, if the Rockets at 41 and 41 had the exact same record, we'd be the 10th seed, we'd be in the play-in. At the 21 and 2022 season, 41 and 41, 10 seed, we would have made the play-in.
Sweet.
The 2020 and 2021 season, which was a condensed season at 72 games, but let's just say that we finished at 500. Once again, 10 seed. We're in the play-in. This is the kicker. This is the fun part. In the bubble of the 2019 and 2020 season, if the Rockets finished at 500, if this current iteration was transported back in time, we would have been the 8th seed in the play-in. And this is classic Houston. Classic Houston Rockets fashion. Literally every single year, it's like you finally rose up to prominence. You have a 41 and 41 season, and of course, this is the 1 year. The 1 year you don't make the damn play-in. The one only year. And I bet you next year a 41 and 41 team could probably make the play-in. Watch.
It's crazy to think that to being 10 games over 500 warrants the 10th seed is this blows my mind. Like, that's bizarre. That never happens. That's not a thing.
And see, I'm not really going to harp on that 2019-2020 season because
Yeah,
we
it's a
finished
bit-
like fourth.
Yeah, we were.
Fourth or fifth.
Yeah,
We were
yeah,
fourth.
yeah.
fourth.
Of
We were
course.
fourth.
Yeah.
We were much better off.
Yeah.
record-wise.
But the rest of those seasons, man,
It's a little annoying,
it's
right?
annoying.
That's kind of wild. I mean, when you
Yeah.
think about it like this, the 95 Rockets, their record was 47-35
Sheesh.
as the 6th seed. The Warriors were 46-36 this year at the 10th seed. That shows the depth that is
Well, it
the
also
Western
goes
Conference
to
this
it also
year.
goes to show y'all that the 46 and 36 at the 10 seed. Look at the 9 and the 10 seed. These were the stars of the past. LeBron at 38, 39 years old.
Yeah.
They ended up rising up to the 8th seed. But like those lower seeds ended up being stars of the past.
Yep.
And if Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are the 10th seed, yeah, this is going to be a pretty unprecedented and historical year in terms of how this team operates. I threw the records at you right now, DJ. How are you feeling after like hearing all of that? Like hearing the fact that every other year you could have made the play-in.
We need to step our shit up, man. Come on, next season, bro. Let's step the shit up, man. How about? I don't know. Oh God, I don't know. I think real talk, but I think it just shows how deep the Western Conference
right.
and that's the NBA talent as a
Yeah.
whole is. Like, if we were in the Eastern Conference, we'd easily be in the play-in
Yeah,
tournament.
I
100%,
think when
yeah.
we've been like the 8th
I think
seed,
either the ninth or 8th seed.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fact check this, but keep going.
But no, it just really shows that the Western Conference is going to get even better as well. Because Lord forbid, the dude, that tall ass French dude in San Antonio gets a better team. I don't.
Yeah,
not
we
yet.
gotta make the run now.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Right.
going to happen eventually.
gonna happen
It's going to
eventually.
happen. I mean, the man was.
Yeah,
he played very well
He
this
did.
year. Let's be real.
I will give him his flowers. He did.
Yeah.
If I were a voter, he's easily rookie of the year. But not just them. You got Dallas, obviously.
Oklahoma
Luka.
City, Minnesota.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oklahoma
you got
City,
Luka and
Minnesota.
Kyrie.
You got all
Yeah.
these young teams that are like, especially Oklahoma City. You got these young teams that are really going to get better, man. And we just, I want us to be in that conversation in that conversation next
agree.
year. And I agree with JP. I think we'll get 50. I think we can get 50 wins next year.
Yo, straight up,
for-
that is fucking bold, y'all. Y'all
Mind
realize
you-
that, right?
Right? Like, mind you, 41 wins off of Şengün missing the rest of the season, Tariq missing almost all the season,
Yep.
Cam Whitmore missing games, Amin Thompson missing games,
Yeah.
Jalen figuring it out in March.
Yep.
Like, imagine if Jalen would have figured it out in like
December.
January, December,
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. We'd be having a different conversation right now.
Talk to him, DJ.
and
Talk
yeah,
to him.
You never know. But
Yeah.
I like that.
yeah, give me 50. Give me 50 wins next year. Book it, man. 50 wins next year.
Okay,
It's
well,
happening.
Yeah, wait. Okay, just out of okay, Mavericks were 50 and 32, and we're the 5th seed. So
Yeah.
we're gonna hover around that, maybe. It's a lot. Like, it also depends on obviously like where the direction do the Rockets go, which leads perfectly to my next topic actually, because what direction do the Rockets go come this off season? Just because Rafael Stone, who ended up getting an extension, by the way, which we're going to discuss, did say that they're not going to go out of their way to get a star. What direction are they going to go? Are they going to grow the youth from the inside, grow the core, or if Paul George becomes available, a player of that caliber, a little bit older in their early 30s,
Yeah.
becomes available, do what direction are they going to? That's why I'm like, 50 and 32, I think it's very doable. I think that is very like feasible, but what direction are they gonna go? And I think that's kind of the question. It is: do you go the Paul George route if Paul George becomes available, or do you grow the youth? You keep that Brooklyn pick, hope that it becomes top 4, and then kind of take it from there. But like overall, though, we're talking about right now about Rafael Stone and the contract extension that he's gonna get, and I do want to touch up on that. Rafael Stone ended up getting a contract extension from the Houston Rockets. I'm gonna talk to y'all right now. DJ, over to you first. Was this warranted? Did Rafael Stone deserve the contract extension? How do you think he's done so far?
Let's go to JP first.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to JP first.
He's bequeathed the question.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I know
out of
that
curiosity.
Rafael Stone has made good decisions, but he's also made baffling decisions. A lot goes into that. I mean, he was able to trade up and draft Alperen Şengün, nabbed Tari Eason, was able to get Cam Whitmore. We were very fortunate to have those players drop, especially Tari and Cam, but also Rafael Stone laid all his stones on the table with a certain player with 3 letters who is no longer here and pegged him as the future. And to me, that was the really, like, the big thing that still is a question mark to me. I'm like, why? I wasn't I was supportive of decisions, but at the same time, it's kind of just like where you're feeling like, I'm not sure if I would have made that same decision. To me, I don't even know how many years was in the extension, but frankly, if it's like a 1 or 2 year extension, I believe that's probably fair considering what is going on. We're 41 and 41. All you want is improvement. Congratulations to Rafael. But, there are just certain things where you're kind of just like unsure if it's luck or if it's, the fact that he is that good. I mean, we were talking about the deadline earlier this year. He didn't pull the trigger on anybody. We got Steven Adams, but it wasn't going to help us this year.
Right.
Man, I can't forget, man, we're going to have Steven Adams next year. Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, I think personally, for me,
that's kind of fucking awesome.
I feel like if we made the plan, then yes, an extension would have been warranted.
But
being the greatest 11 seed of all time.
No, but they didn't wait till the end of the season. Apparently, this was done before the season?
Yeah.
Or early in the season?
It was earlier in the season.
So they didn't wait for the 41 and 41 record.
I mean, okay, I'll say this. If you put a gun to my head, frankly, my opinion might not be popular, but I don't think he should have gotten the extension. But I will say that if it was like a 1 year or 2 year extension, then I believe that's a fair thing. That's very fair. Anything longer, I have questions.
Yeah.
But I will give kudos to Raf. I mean, he's done a good job to get us to this point, hiring the right coach,
Right.
making some good decisions, making
Right.
some questionable decisions. But at the end of the day, he's the guy. Tillman picked him, and we're going to roll with that. And as fans, we may have an opinion, but we got to trust him. So I'm going to go with that. So shout out to you, Raf.
I trust Ime.
I
Over
agree.
to you, DJ.
See, I wish we would have known like the numbers.
Yeah, we don't know the number. Yeah, it's weird,
Yeah.
right? They're saying it's a contract extension, but they're not going into depth.
That's very
On what the
unprecedented
numbers
that we're
are gonna
not
look
given
like.
what's going on.
Yeah, I wish we would have known the numbers, but other than that, I'm gonna go with JP. I'm like, it's cool, but I don't know. Yeah, he's made some questionable decisions, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like he's also gave us Şengün and company, So, yeah, I'm in the middle.
In the middle.
But
That's fair. That's fair.
We obviously knew like he had his work cut out for him when he was appointed GM, and
Yeah,
obviously
fair.
Tillman and I guess his son believe that he can get this shit together and put us back in that picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this offseason would
Very crucial.
show us. Yeah, it will show us like if he was worthy of that extension. So
Fair. Yeah, that's a fair
Yeah,
statement.
so-
Yeah.
That is a very fair statement.
This
actually.
offseason will be a very big and
Oh,
crucial
very
like,
offseason.
if they
moving
are
forward.
serious about getting back in that picture and whatever, they would like. I'm not saying like go all out, but like make 1 or 2 maybe notable moves.
I can see them making expediting the process by making some significant deals.
Yeah.
Well,
this summer.
obviously if the star player has, but the players that they want like on the board,
Yeah.
I'm
Thing
sure
is,
they have a board.
There are
Of,
no star players
Yeah.
available.
right,
though,
that's what
is
I'm
the
saying.
thing.
They have a board of wants. So like, I'm pretty certain. For example, a player like Paul George, who's already been saying that he's not happy with the Clippers. If they get ousted in the first round,
Oh yeah, it's raps.
it's wraps.
It's
Like he's
wraps.
fucking
Yep.
gone.
Yeah.
Like and then the possibility opens up. Then that creaked window of opportunity opens up. In which case,
Yeah.
okay, let's see what we can do. Let's see what pieces we can put together, sign and trade. What are the options that we can do to get Paul George to Houston? Just an example. I'm not stating at all that
That's
this is
not a rumor
This is a
or
rumor. There's
anything.
zero rumors to this
Zero
whatsoever.
rumors.
But I mean, the possibility obviously can open up if given the opportunity.
Look,
Paul George does. He loves Alperen Şengün and he likes Jalen
I mean,
Green. so,
you're playing with
you know.
hypotheticals there, but you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna say this. I'm on the Paul George train.
I know you want Paul George.
I would love to have Paul George on this team, frankly. But obviously it depends on the price.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to
But
go in
I
depth
do want
on
Paul
like
George.
I,
Yeah.
Look, as long as he doesn't Go get Klay Thompson. I don't want fucking Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, stay away, bro.
Unless he ends up shooting like 50% from Tio to center.
Hey, I'll take the shooting percentage. If he wants to come in as a 6-man, I'll take his shooting percentage.
I mean, he does go off every time he touches Toyota. So
it'd be so Klay to like don a Rockets uniform and then shoot like 30% from 3.
I would be pissed off.
I'd be like, you would Klay Thompson.
That would kill me.
No,
that would kill me.
Oh my goodness.
Let's move on, obviously, to the most important topic. Let's grade the season. And what I mean by that is, first of all, so we're going to do a couple of things here. There's a couple of things here. I want to grade the overall season that the Houston Rockets have done, right? I want to grade that. We're going to do one swoop grade. This is the overall totality of the team. And then we're going to talk about, I don't want to go in depth on like defensive player, blah, 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 of the year, blah, blah, blah. But I want a grade on the team. And I want your MVP of the season.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
fair.
So let's start with point number 1. Let's grade the Houston Rockets overall for the season. Now, it touches upon what I said initially at the very top of this episode by saying, was the season a success or a failure? Now we're going on a grading scale. F, obviously the worst. A+, obviously the best. Who wants to go first? Who wants to drop their grade? Give me your grade and give me your why.
Yeah, I'll go.
Give me the grade and give me the why.
I'm gonna give them just a solid B.
Okay.
A solid B.
It's a fair statement.
It would have been in the A's if Mr. Jalen Green didn't pop off.
So late?
If Jalen Green didn't pop off like only
Super
in
late.
March, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then also it would have been higher too if Stone was like, let's just say he was serious about making a push or whatever for the play-in and knew like we had some holes. He would have made notable moves instead of getting an injured Steven Adams who was out for the rest of the season. So I'll give them a solid B. They exceeded expectations. I think Vegas had them winning 32 games. I think almost all of NBA Twitter was clowning us when we signed Fred and Dylan. Yeah, they was like, y'all doing all this. Y'all doing all this just to get 30-something wins, da-da-da. Well, hey, we didn't make the play-in, but, dude, we got 41 wins, man. That's low-key impressive. But, yeah, I'll give them a B, a solid B.
Solid B?
Solid B.
I like that.
That's a fair statement.
All right, over to you, GM. Where are we at? Grade him. He's the tough grader too.
I'm tough, but I'm gonna be a little bit friendly
C-.
here. I'm actually gonna be a B+.
Oh,
I'm going B+.
What?
All right.
Well, it's just because
What?
I'm not okay. Let me give you my reason. You did ask for it.
Okay. Yes. I want the grade and I want the why.
Well, I'm gonna say this. We had a lot of players missing in terms of injuries with Tari, Amen, Alp, Cam. A lot of players did not play, which we were expecting to see play. Getting a lot of play from Jeff Green. I think that Ime Udoka deserves a lot of credit for how this team has responded in terms of their own adversity, not including whatever standings were happening, but what was happening inside that locker room with injuries. I think he did a great job of navigating. Granted, as fans, we all saw how he ran his rotations, and we all had some questions in terms of seeing who we saw on the floor at the end of these games. But at the overall aspect, I will give it a B+ because of the fact that we were able to navigate to get to 41 and 41. Seeing Aaron Holiday and Jeff Green play major minutes is very telling, seeing how this team performed. I mean, granted, we all wanted Jalen to be that star and make that year 3 leap. He made that leap in March, but I think that's an overall a totality of what he learned coming into the season and changing the type of player that he is. So
I like it.
I mean, I truly believe that this team definitely overperformed to an extent to get here, but to get like in that totality, it's just I think that this team performed better than a lot of us expected. Being at 500 is a big deal, and
Oh, sorry.
No. I was just gonna say like getting 19,
Right.
Getting 19 more wins,
Yes,
is
that's
not
big
anything
time.
to sneeze at,
Right.
For sure.
Well, you're like, the good thing about us is that DJ has his opinions, which can go up and down. You're very much the you're very much the. not the negative, but you'll always kind of keep your feet on the ground. I want to soar, baby. I want to fly. That's me. I'm proton positive, man. That's how I roll. And then all of a sudden you come in with a B+. I was going to give a B+. Now I can't give anything less than a B+.
You're a peacock. You're a peacock.
I got to stay kayfabe.
Come on,
I got to
Captain,
stay in
let the man
character.
fly.
I'm the ultimate face, dude. That's how I roll. That's how I operate. Countries love me. That's how I roll. House shows. They love it. I got to give him an A+.
Damn. Wow.
And I'll give you
Wow.
no, I'm just kidding. Not
Don't do that.
I will give them an A-, and I'll explain my why.
That's a fair choice.
A-.
That's a fair choice. You're grading on a
I've
curve
said
now.
this 10. I've said this a total of maybe at least 10 times during this entire season's podcast, the way we've been filming. 3 numbers: 17, 20, 22. During the Steven Silas era and the rebuilding Rockets, that was our win total for the entire season. Ime Udoka got us with 10 games remaining in the season, despite all the injuries that the GM has explained, a half game back from tearing down the Warriors dynasty before them making the actual play-in. The Ime Udoka got us to a +19 in win totals. We lost Alperen Şengün in win number 3 of the 11-game win streak. We battled through a slew of different situations of Ime Udoka trying to build the culture, Fred VanVleet being a first-year point guard of this team.
Yeah.
And shaking the bad habits of a Jalen Green, of a Jabari Smith, of an Alperen Şengün, of these guys that are so used to this culture that Steven Silas ran, to now get us to 500, to get now getting y'all thinking that we can possibly get 50 wins. How do you not
Book
get it? Maybe would have given it, maybe across the board, maybe an A if we made the play-in. Maybe
100%. 100%. I mean, that's a fair
I think
statement.
that a lot of fans knowing that we sniffed the play-in, maybe if we didn't sniff the play-in, maybe if we didn't sniff the play, everyone's like, oh yeah, no, I'm good with it. Yeah, I'm good with it. This was a good record. Yeah, 39-43, good record. Yeah, and we didn't go on 11-game winning streak, and we just kind of hovered there, and we didn't knock on the door. Everyone's like, oh yeah, this is a good season. Plus 17, we're good. But I think the fact that we were so close and we didn't get it made people a little disappointed. But no, look at from a macro standpoint, the Houston Rockets did exactly what they needed to do. They succeeded, and then some. I think they overachieved, and hence why I got to give him my A-. He brought us from 22 to 41. That's an insane win jump. That's probably one of the most insane win jumps of a rebuilding team I've ever seen in year one of a brand new coach, brand new point guard, the two probably biggest positions in a team.
Yeah. And
then putting together all these players and trying to make it work. A-, baby. All the way 10 ways to Sunday. Boys, let's talk about it right now. Our MVP of the season. This is where it gets a little
Damn, this is real.
I like this. This is going to be so fun. MVP of the season, and do not tell me Ime Udoka.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
come
all right,
on.
Because we all know Ime's the MVP, okay?
Come on, man.
Ime's the MVP. Let's avoid Ime Udoka as the MVP. Let's play fair.
I think that's
Let's play fair.
That's easy for me.
Because all three of us agree that he's probably the MVP of the team, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's avoid that now. All right, DJ, over to you first, big dog. You said it was easy.
The MVP is Fred VanVleet.
Look.
Fred VanVleet.
Okay, let's go.
Fred VanVleet. It's Fred VanVleet, man. I'm sorry. You talk about a guy who came from
table setter, man.
Yeah, came from a championship team. I mean, the Raptors weren't good when he left, but they won the championship in 2019. He brought playoff experience. He brought vet experience, and we talk about a guy who just came in with a bunch of young guys.
And Dylan Brooks. Young guys and Dylan Brooks.
Young guys.
It's true.
Brooks,
yeah. That's a fair statement, Dylan.
No, but you talk about a guy who comes in and just with a bunch of young guys and then just meshes well with them. You know?
I agree.
Did he have his times during the season where we was like, what the fuck are you doing, Fred? Why the fuck would you do that, Fred? Yes, but we had that with every single player, bruh. So I want to give a shout out to Fred, man. We asked in the offseason, we want vet leadership.
Yeah.
And everybody didn't think it would have been Fred. Everybody was asking for Mike Conley or, other people. I know me, I was asking for Mike Conley. But as soon as Fred got here, he's perfected. He did perfect in his role. He did perfect in his role.
I agree.
Be that vet guy, be the point guard that Jalen needs. And I mean, he did his thing this season. He did his thing this season, man.
I thought he killed it. I thought he fucking killed it. Great choice.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
All right, GM. Over to you. Tell me why it's Jalen Green. I mean, he's a big Jalen Green
I want to
guy,
say Jalen, but it's not Jalen.
Okay. Tell me
My
why it's
MVP
Dylan
of the
Brooks.
year is the same as DJ, Fred VanVleet, man.
Right.
I'm going to be real with you. The reason is because of everything that he stated. Like, the man set the table for us. He was exactly the point guard that this team needed, the kind of level-headedness. He didn't turn the ball over very much. And I'll tell you this, one of the most impressive things that I saw from Fred VanVleet this year wasn't his performance. It was the fact that when certain players were really hot, he would concede. It's his non-ego that impressed me so much. The man's getting paid over $40 million a year, but he's conceding to the likes of Alperen Şengün and Jalen Green in clutch time because he
pretty incredible to
understands
see.
keeping the guys hot, keeping them in rhythm. We saw him, during the year when Alp was hot in the fourth, what would he do? Continually feed him, pick and roll, pick and roll, pick and roll, spam it, right? And then Jalen Green, Fred, again, when they were playing against OKC, what would he do?
Oh, that's
He
probably
wasn't going to bring the ball. Fred wouldn't even bring the ball up. He would immediately hand it to Jalen. Here are the keys to the car. It's your turn to drive, brother. I'm just here to keep an eye on you and to ensure that we will succeed with you at the helm. And that's one of the most mature things that you see. As someone that's the highest paid player on this team, that is probably the best point guard that we could have potentially gotten, he did everything correctly. And for that, he is absolutely at 100% the MVP of this team.
Okay. All right. So both of y'all are Fred.
Not Ime Udoka.
I get
We
it.
can't pick
Can't
Ime
pick
Udoka.
Ime. All right, boys. Let me explain to you why Jabari Smith was the MVP.
Can you say why it's Rafael Stone?
No, shut up. I got to stay on brand. It's Jabari Smith. And I have the numbers to prove it. And I proceed to drop a scroll.
No.
These are my reasons. No. Okay. I'll tell you who my MVP is. It's not Fred VanVleet. Okay. And I'm not pandering, I promise. This is my honest belief. I believe it's Alperen Şengün, and I'll explain why. Stop giggling. I literally see you snickering. Not you, DJ. I see my brother just snickering, just going like literally.
Stop. We're gonna get all the
Get out of here.
all the
Get
haters
outta
are gonna
here.
come out the
Jimmy
bushes
Uso,
on me.
Get out of my face.
Come out the bushes on
so
me.
I'll explain why. Alperen Şengün. So we had a period of time where before you start. Now, granted, it's what is the saying that's always everyone always thinks about what's the latest, what have you done for me lately? Like that's the mantra of any fan base, anybody, right? So when he kind of went out, obviously he kind of went on the back burner. No one thought about him. It was a period of time where Şengün was breaking records.
Yeah, it was.
Absolute and affecting games. And it wasn't like Christian Wood. Mm-hmm. These were these were incredible numbers while winning on this team. Now, to tie in with what Fred's been doing, I would love, hey, by the way, Adam Silver, NBA, I have a real pitch for y'all right now. Everyone listen, I think this is a great idea. I literally just thought about this as y'all were saying it. You know how in the Oscars you have the best actor and then you have the best supporting actor?
Oh, wow.
Fred VanVleet is the best supporting actor.
Oh, wow.
He's the best supporting actor award. So
It's a fair statement.
I am bringing on the table to you right now, Adam Silver, to create a best supporter player award. Basically, who was maybe the MVP, but also maybe helped set the table to catapult somebody else.
Yeah.
That who was the best number 2 on a team? That's not bad, right?
not bad.
Because we always
Not
think
bad.
about who's the MVP of this team, but who was the best supporting player of
This
the
whole
year?
team.
No, of the whole year.
Yeah.
Who's the best supporting player? Who's the best number 2 in the entire league? Best supporting actor. But I don't know how you can call it. Don't call it best number 2 because then you
It's
just
very hard to quantify.
then you just dent the egos of a lot of NBA players.
So
So I
would
wouldn't
that
want
be
to call
Kyrie
it.
Irving, Devin Booker? You know
what I'm
what I
saying.
mean? Like that kind of thing.
So there's, I'm just saying, and I'm a little disappointed that y'all didn't sell as well for me too. Y'all were just like, ooh. I wanted more excitement. I expected more excitement. That thing fell flat on my face. Talk about pie facing me in the process. So I believe that it should have been Alperen Şengün. I thought he was breaking records at this point.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, if this was an award season, I think Alperen Şengün wins Best Actor. I think Fred VanVleet wins Best Supporting Actor. Shouts to Apollo Pop Culture. I think you guys understand it. But that's where I kind of stand in it. And we don't get Fred VanVleet was the one that set the table that got us to where we are.
Yeah.
But you don't win a lot of those games without Şengün like getting every point, every defensive stop, every big bucket, every rebound, every triple double. Like these weren't blowout wins. Like these were very necessary. Every point, every assist, every rebound needed. And the leap we wanted Jalen to take is the leap that Alperen Şengün took. So I think, in my opinion, MVP.
Okay. That would have been my second choice. Yeah,
That's a fair
Okay,
statement.
is that second choice?
That was
Okay,
my second
solid,
That's a fair
solid
statement.
Solid statement. We are, however, I do want to we're going to come back. We're going to circle back with another episode in the future where I do want to do a full recap of awards. But I want to do it. I'm just gonna leave this on the table. I'm gonna put a little twist to it. It's not gonna be your basic MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, I'm gonna put a little twist to it. I'm gonna keep you all on your toes.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna do a little something different, and I think it'll be
I
very.
like this. Little changes.
I think it'll be very exciting. So, boys, look. First of all, I'm just happy that we're all back in studio once again. The big three. Are we gonna be coming out with more episodes? Not one, not two, not three, not four. Come on, DJ.
Not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8. Bucks low coming, man.
We're so bad.
Coming.
We're so fucking bad.
Let's go.
Hey, by the way, boys. By the way. Draft lottery's next month.
Oh, yeah.
We in it.
We in it.
Watch party, maybe.
Keep a lookout, guys.
Oh,
yeah,
I guess we gotta do a watch
might
party.
have something.
Okay. I guess
We'll
we gotta
see.
do something
Number
like
one
that.
pick on the way, man. Let's get it.
Hey, let's get that number
What
one.
Was it 25% chance?
I think
It's like a
25%,
20.
yeah.
No, it's 20% chance at the top 4.
Okay, I'll take
Oh, yeah,
that.
that's
One
nice.
out
I'll take
of every
that. I'll take
5.
that.
Yeah.
Give me another young player or package that trade for Paul George.
I'm not opposed to either. I'm not opposed to either.
All right, let's get ready to go home here. Boys, but before we do, I obviously have to give a shout out and an ad to Celebrity Mint. Give me 1 second as I pull out the I don't have that. It's been a minute, boys, since I've done this.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, so it's been absolutely a really much a long time as I continue to attempt to pull
Is this going to
Here
go
we
on the
go.
cutting room floor?
Oh, no, this is going to stay on. Everything's going to stay live. Celebrity Mint is a family-owned and operated Houston-based company. We are very much proud to call it part of the Apollo family. Obviously, they debuted their series, the Mike Tyson Legend Series, made it silver and gold, the Ric Flair Series as well. All available right now on CelebrityMint.com. Be sure to give them a follow on all their socials at the Celebrity
Let's
Mint.
give a special shout out to Celebrity Mint, too. They just recently signed
Who'd they sign?
former U of H point guard who is now entering the draft, Jamal Shed.
Jamal Shed.
They signed Shed?
The Celebrity Mint signed Jamal Shed, so shout out to Celebrity Mint for
Okay, that's pretty
getting,
fucking cool.
pretty much the best point guard in the country
Hey.
from the University of
Talk
Houston.
that
so,
talk. Talk that talk.
What up?
Wait, can we give a yeet on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Yeet.
We need to start like doing that. Incorporating more
It's
wrestling.
been a
shit.
while. It's been a while.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get ready to go home here. GM, give him to him one time.
Oh man, it's been
Let's see
a
if you-
while.
can you remember
It has been a while, so I don't know.
Let's see
I don't
if he
remember if I've got
gets it.
this.
DJ, let's stare.
He'll
Let's
get it.
stare at him awkwardly until he gets
This
it.
is no pressure. No pressure on me, boys. None on me. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at JP_Mirabueno. Make sure to follow the podcast on Twitter and TikTok at Summit SOMPOD. Follow us on Instagram at Summit State of Mind _POD. Make sure to follow our brothers, our people, our family over at Apollo NBA and at Apollo HOU. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube at Apollo HOU and check out some of our podcasts over there. Zero Gravity
And play action takes.
and Play Action Takes, our
There you
Apollo NBA podcast and our our NFL podcast. Sorry, see, it's been a while, guys. It's been a while.
Little fumbling.
And also check on YouTube our WrestleMania reaction video
That's the
from
numbers.
night 2.
You saw that?
numbers.
Over
Numbers.
200,000
That's
and
crazy.
counting.
Make sure to check it out.
Apollo Wrestling Podcast coming. If you listen by the end of this episode, you just got our breaking news.
Watch our videos. You know,
All
we
of them.
have fun. All of us are wrestling fans over here. In
We
addition
actually
to
really
being
are.
Rockets
It's
fans,
pretty
So
crazy.
check us out. Mark 'em
Proud
out.
Cody Cry, baby, man. Let's
You already
get
know,
it.
baby.
Hey,
Proud
Cody Cry, baby. Let's go.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
What we do.
You can follow me on Twitter at Summit Commish. DJ, you can follow DJ as well.
Hustle
Somewhere can follow
Town,
you.
Hustle Town season, SZN at the end. That's it.
That's it?
That's it, man.
You know, no sign off?
No, I was playing. No, I'm playing,
Yeah, well, I'll let you eat at
I gotta
the
get the
end.
proper sign off, man.
I'll let you eat properly at the end. I promise. All right, you follow me, like I said, on Twitter at @SummitCommish. Follow all of you already said the word to follow us, right? Man, see, that's been a minute. So shout out to our Apollo podcast brethren that continue to kill game. That's right, BTD, Beyond the Diamond, the crown jewel of Astros podcast. Even though the Astros are struggling, you can still get your fix on some of the best
They're not
Astros
struggling.
content.
They stink right now.
They suck. That's you know what? No, this is all right. This is Rockets, not Astros.
I've never been like cut off like in the middle of it, but based on like no, it's okay. Like I'm not mad. It's just based on sheer emotion that made y'all like be like, man, they stink.
It's true.
So even though we do stink, Beyond the Diamond does not stink. So you can check out their podcast for all Astros content. That's right. Shouts to Off the Gridiron, the Crown Jewel of Texans podcast. That's right. They got the NFL draft coming towards the end of this month, about a week or two away. So be sure to check them out for all Houston Texans content. We like to thank each and every one of y'all for making us your first listen for all Houston Rockets content. Let's get ready to go home here. And I'm going to end this episode as I end every episode once again with a Go Summit, Go Apollo, 41-41. Season was overall a success. Go Rockets. Oh, DJ,
I gotta pee. Yeet.
Yeet.